Observe these three equations. NH3 plus HCl gives you NH4Cl. 2Mg plus O2 gives you 2MgO. CaO plus H2O gives you CaOH twice plus heat. Now all this reaction, if you observe, there are two reactants and one product. Two reactants and one product, two reaction and one product. Right? So these are the examples of the combination reaction. In exam, whenever any definition is asked, you have to write the definition. If you are able to write the correct example, it is good. Moreover, observe children, when I am writing the reaction, I am mentioning the state of the matter also, gas, solid, etc. In the last equation, equation number 14, which is the exothermic, the heat is given out, I am writing heat also there. So my intention to you is to show the way of writing, not just simply that you have to write down the state also. If heat is given or heat is liberated, that also you have to show it. Now today we'll begin with the decomposition reaction. Now in decomposition, let us observe whatever we are again going to see few activity, and for that I will be requiring sugar, calcium carbonate and sulfuric acid. Now first experiment, it is burning of sugar. So sugar is taken in a crucible and with the help of the burner I am heating it. Slowly what I am observing, soon the sugar is getting melted, a transparent fluid is observed. Slowly the color of the transparent fluid changes into brown color, and soon at the end I see that is just the black color things remains in that evaporating dish. So what does it indicates? Black color is of carbon. So whenever sugar is heated strongly, you get carbon and all the water molecules gets evaporated. Remember children, if I wanted to write down in the form of the chemical reaction, the formula for sugar is C12H22O11. It gives you 12 carbon, 12 atom of carbon and 11 atom of water. So this is your equation 15 from the textbook. So in this reaction, the reactants are only one and it give rise to two or more products. The reactant is one, product is one and two here. Okay, let us go to the next activity. The next activity, we are going to use the calcium carbonate and freshly prepared lime water. So in this is the things which I require. Now let us go towards the experiment. I will require one U-tube, two test tube, two corks and the test tube stand. Now in one of the test tube, I am going to take calcium carbonate, and in another test tube number 2, I am going to take freshly prepared lime water. And now I am going to heat test tube number 1. So test tube number 1 is heated. When calcium carbonate is heated strongly, it gets decomposes into the calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. Now, it is a property of carbon dioxide gas that carbon dioxide gas turns lime water milky. Separate. So, when the calcium carbonate is heated strongly, calcium oxide is made and gas carbon dioxide evolves out that passes through this U-tube and it turns the lime water milky. So this is also the decomposition reaction. Here you have only one reactant, triangle is shown to show it is heated. So CaCO3 gives calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas. Arrow indicates the gaseous state. These both are formed in a solid form. Next, children, when you take hydrogen peroxide, the hydrogen peroxide naturally undergoes slow decomposition and it gets converted into the water and oxygen. So that is also a type of decomposition reaction. Now let us understand about the decomposition of water. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So is it possible to break water molecule with the help of heat, with the help of light, or with the help of electricity? With the help of heat, you heat it, water evaporates. Light doesn't change anything. But when you pass on electricity from the acidified water, you can get the decomposition part. So that is what we studied in the standard 9th also. So whenever the from the acidified water electricity is passed, then hydrogen and water decomposes into dehydrogen and oxygen. So this reaction can be written in the form of H2O gives you 2H2 plus O2. Here you just have O. 2H2O gives you 2H2 plus O2. Here you have to make the correction that you are giving the electrical energy. So above the arrow you are going to write this. Above the arrow you are going to write down electric energy. This is the correction you have to do in this equation in your textbook also if it is not printed. So let us understand the definition of decomposition reaction. The chemical reaction in which two or more products are formed from a single reactant is called as the decomposition reaction. Now in the surrounding, many degradation processes takes place, right, of all the organic waste. This decomposition is done by the microorganism. And as a result, what we get? We get the manure and the biogas form. And biogas is used as a fuel also, right? So this is what is the natural decomposition which is taking place. So let us go ahead with the next type of reaction, that is displacement reaction. Now in the beginning of the chapter, we did one experiment of the zinc dust added to blue colored copper sulfate solution, isn't it? And we observed that there was a colorless solution of zinc sulfate formed, and at the bottom we observed that copper was there, and we had seen this reaction also, right? Now zinc, we know that the zinc ion is formed from the zinc atom, and from the copper sulfate we get the copper ion. Now children, observe this reaction carefully. Here in this reaction, the place of ion of less reactive element in a compound is taken by the more reactive element by the formation of its own ion, and it is called as the decomposition reaction. So in the reaction, copper is getting displaced by the zinc and we are getting the zinc sulfate solution. Here the ion of less reactive element in a compound is taken by the more reactive element by the formation of its own ion, and hence it is called as the displacement reaction. Now copper being less reactive, the ion can displace copper, and even the lead can also displace copper. Any less reactive element can be displaced by the highly reactive element. So let us complete some of the reactions here given. CuSO4 plus Fe will give you FeSO4 plus Cu, and CuSO4 plus Fe will be giving you PbSO4 plus Cu. Yeah, that is given in the form of blank. Now let us go ahead of the last time for the last type of the chemical reaction, double displacement reaction. The reaction in which the ions in the reactant are exchanged to form a precipitate are called as the double displacement reaction. Now observe this particular equation. It is your equation 9 of the textbook. AgNO3 plus NaCl gives you AgCl plus NaNO3. Now in this reaction you observe, children, there are two persons, say suppose Ag and NO3 are sitting, and here on the next bench Na and Cl, two persons are sitting. So what is done here? Two positive ions have exchanged their places. Say you have the positive Ag and positive Na. So the positive Ag is changing the place with Na. So what is happening? Na is coming in the place of Ag and Ag is coming in place of Na. So you are getting the compound as AgCl. So Ag came here and combined with Cl to give you AgCl, and your Na combines with NO3 to gives you NaNO3. So here you can say that exchange took place of the positive ion. So here two persons have exchanged their places, and hence we are getting the two different products. So I repeat the definition of double displacement. The reaction in which the ions in the reactant are exchanged to form a precipitate are called as the double displacement reaction.